The precision steel roller chain is one of the most efficient and versatile means of transmitting mechanical power. It combines the flexibility of belts with the positiveness of gears and has almost completely superseded all other types of chain for industrial driving applications. Chains are specified by the three gearing dimensions: A, pitch; B, roller diameter; C, width between plates of the inner link, and are normally supplied in three widths: simple, duplex, or triplex. They're built up from alternate inner and outer links. An inner link has two side plates connected by two bushes on which the rollers rotate. An outer link has two plates forced on to two bearing pins, each of which passes through the bore of the inner link bush. A precision roller chain provides a compact, positive drive between machine and prime mover. Fast or slow speeds, high or low horsepowers, long or short center distances. All can be catered for with equal facility. Chains are manufactured to British and American standards, the British series being established as the predominant standard in Europe. It's European practice to employ only simple, duplex and triplex chains, and to fit multiples of these up to 4 strands of triplex if more power capacity is needed from a given pitch of chain. American practice is to increase chain width, widths up to octuplex being common. On the engines of most popular cars, the camshaft is operated by a simple 2-point drive, usually kept at correct tension by an adjuster, but a more complex arrangement is required for overhead camshaft engines. This is a 4.2-litre power unit which develops 265 brake horsepower at 5,400 revs. These car engines use 3/8-inch pitch chain, but for the camshaft drives of the immense 42,000 shaft horsepower diesel engines, which are being built to propel today's super tankers and container ships, 4.5-inch pitch chain is employed. These 3 matched strands weigh nearly 4 tons and will need virtually no attention in service other than a periodic inspection. Chains are ideal where shafts have to be driven simultaneously, and they are invariably used for the intricate driving arrangements of modern textile machines. The textile industry has been using chains of various kinds for over 150 years and fully appreciates their value. For its proper functioning, a great deal of the machinery depends on a complete absence of slip in the drive, and on this wool carding engine, the cards are linked and motion synchronized by chain. Some of the most arduous and abrasive conditions ever to be encountered are found in the iron and steel industry, and this shot blasting plant is no exception. 1-inch thick steel plates are carried by the rollers, which are interconnected by individual chain drives. Here, the plates are being removed from a preheating furnace. One of the advantages of chains is that they are usually unaffected by extremes of heat and cold, and they work just as efficiently carrying red-hot material as they do in the final drive to the track of a snow scooter. These vehicles are widely used in North America and Scandinavia, where they provide transport over terrain and in conditions impossible for wheeled vehicles. Drive reliability is of prime importance. Snow and ice prevail throughout the long, hard winters of the northern timber-producing areas, and this log debarker in a Swedish forest works for many months of the year in sub-zero temperatures. It's driven by a triplex roller chain. This tractor has been raised to enable it to pass over the vines without damaging them. To do this, a chain drive is taken from each half shaft to provide an offset hub, the whole being mounted on a rigid casing which supports the hub. For road use, the casing is swung back through 90 degrees to restore the tractor to its normal level. The modern precision steel roller chain is capable of unlimited application. This apparatus, for example, is designed to help hospitals to carry out multiple identical routine tests. It is electronically controlled, and a total of 100 tests can be set up and carried out entirely automatically. Extended bearing pins on a pair of 8mm stainless steel chains act as push bars to shuttle the racks across the machine as the tests proceed, and the primary drive uses quarter-inch pitch chain. In direct contrast is this continuous heavy broaching machine, built to machine car engine connecting rods. A matched pair of special 3.5-inch pitch bush chains with hollow bearing pins carry the rods past the broaches at a rate of 600 per hour. The maximum length of the broaches, and therefore the cutting stroke, is 120 inches, and the chains, each of which has a braking load of 100,000 pounds, can achieve a combined pull of 20 tons. For those applications where the prime duty of the chain is to provide a greater safety factor against high intermittent peak loads, the American Standard Series chains are employed. They have the necessary high strength and are almost exclusively used on drives such as this oil rig draw works. The rig is capable of drilling to a depth of over 3 miles. Mark III cranked link chains are also used wherever drives of high strength and robustness are required. Here, a chain of 310,000 pounds braking load rotates the 870-ton steel and concrete superstructure of a radio telescope. Two of these heavy-duty cranked link chains drive the 30-foot diameter wheel of an ore reclaimer by tangential contact. The machine is traversing the stockpile in a Spanish steelworks and removes the ore at the rate of 480 tons an hour. Other chains which have been developed for slow-speed driving under rough all-weather conditions are the Coventry Mark V series. Every component of these chains, which can replace malleable chains and gear on the same wheels, has a non-ferrous corrosion-resistant coating, enabling them to run efficiently outdoors and in situations where they're in contact with abrasive or corrosive materials. All the drives in this sandpit are fitted with Mark V chains. They're fully exposed and receive very little maintenance attention. The Renault range of products is one of the most comprehensive offered to industry, and most transmission requirements can be met from stock. Our unequaled knowledge of power transmission engineering is available to customers through a network of service and distribution centres staffed by Renault-trained engineers. Whatever your problem, these services